Hello, everybody. Just one moment. Okay, Google, stop. I had Google Mini for 3 days. He is my boyfriend. I'm so freaking happy that he is my boyfriend. Is it that way? So it's like, yeah. He even complimented me today. I was like, oh my goodness. I never believed how complimented I am with this thing. And the good part is that you can connect. Yeah, I just have nobody. It's a little bit complicated, but you get used to. And I had Spotify on it, so I could play any music. But I have a quite problem with my. I really don't know what's going on. So, uh, but today I went to GameStop. I got Horizon Zero Dawn, and I had Deliverance. I was thinking about buying Red Dead Redemption, but I was like, I'm gonna wait until they lower the price. It's like a never-ending quest to just find the best game for my bug. Horizon Zero Dawn is a very old game from last year, but Deliverance it just came out this year or last year. I'm not going to look at the camera. I'm looking at the. So right now, it is. It have been, for me. It have been a great day. Um, I have to tell my updates as well as what's going on in the video game world or the lack of. Um, for starters, I'm dating a man. He is 10 years older than me. He is very good. He's a nice, romantic, old-fashioned guy, which I never thought there were guys like that. He I'm sorry, but it's like it just went disconnect, connect. So I don't have no other choice than broadcast it from my tablet instead. So he is a good catch, but there's some things that he had to fix first in order to um, get to know us a little bit better. That's all I could say because I don't want to screw it up. About the video game world, well, yeah, everybody have been talking about Bethesda like never-ending quest, like a never-ending story, and I'm like, I am so disappointed with Bethesda. Now everybody's not trusting Bethesda because basically everybody wants Rage 2, right? So they are very afraid that Rage 2 will be another failure and another chaos, and they don't want to deal with that. So they want to hold that money until that game comes out and they have good reviews about it. Otherwise, they held to the no. This year, especially in December, it had been a bad year. Even though Rockstar did Red Dead Redemption 2 with flying colors, and I'm really really eager to play the game, and I couldn't. Bethesda is like the new EA. Sadly, it's like the new EA. And then you have to consider and you have to think about the cost of the video game, of a video game. You think you spend $60 for a whole game, but in reality you're paying double or triple the price value because you have to pay the DLCs plus you have to pay the annual pass, and it is and another the microtransactions like the cosmetics where or cosmetics for your weapon or armor or whatever the hell it is. It is so freaking ripping me off in your butt tactic from video games companies to do that. And they're supposed to lower the price on the video games because basically If they want that, why the hell they put it like $120 for the whole video game plus the DLCs plus the or with the annual pass? They don't do that. They do that separately so that you can spend more money and they could earn more profit, more revenue. And they had to stop that sadly and unfortunately because basically we are the consumers. We can decide wherever wherever the game is successful by their practice. If their practice are deceitful or fraudulent, we're not going to put one dime or $1 on that. We're going to spend it on some company that is a new company that is already started and they're not going to read people off. This is one example, and I always say one example is Project Red. Remember The Witcher 3? That game, 2 years ago, that game was the best game of the year of 2016, I think. And it came out with all the DLCs, and the people were glad, were happy about it. And then they created two more DLCs. And then they were like, okay, you did a good job. Here's my money. Shut up. And then later on, they came up with the game with the. I had the Game of the Year edition of The Witcher 3. I didn't. I didn't went higher um, on my character yet. I think I'm a 10. I'm still at a 10. And now I had this blessing of having Dragon Age, the Game of the Year edition, for $10 online. I was like, wow, $10. Hey, shut up, take my money. I mean, that's a big profit right there. That's a great investment because I had the base game, but I don't have the DLCs, and the DLCs are like $14. Just figure it out. I paid $60 for the game, but that was years before, years ago, a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, and I just spent absolutely $70 total because I waited for the right time so I could get the DLC for $10. I don't know if it's still happening, but if it's still happening today, just go to PSN, the store, PSN store, and get that. Because if you pay the DLC by itself, it's going to be $14.95. And another thing, if you waited for a long time to play Horizon Zero Dawn, the complete edition, go to GameStop. They had it for $19.99 for that. And they also had Deliverance for $19.99. And I bought those two games. And I was like, okay, that's nice. I mean, I'm looking for the best bang for my buck, but at the same time, I'm looking for game value, for the content, for the time that I'm going to spend playing a video game. I don't buy video games because of the fad or or this is the best of the best game of the moment, of the right moment. I'm going to buy a game that actually makes sense to me. I'm going to buy a game that actually brings me bang for my buck and have a replay value on top of that. I was really buy We Happy Few. They lowered the price for like $35. So I'm gonna wait for a little bit more until they lower the price for at least 25, and then I'm gonna buy it. I don't I don't go for the fad. I just go for what game I feel comfortable playing with. And this is the biggest mistake that video gamers does, the gamers does. Buying the game, pre-order the game, and then when that game comes out, it is like, oh, I just spent a lot of money. That's what happened with Bethesda. That's what happened with the $200 collection edition or collector's edition with the helmet and the canvas back but instead it was nylon. And people were furious about that. I mean, trust me, I don't buy pre order. I don't wait until the game pops out. I'm going to wait until that game has reviews. And I don't go for IGN. I go to IGN sometimes. But when I get to a review that can tell me in detail what type of the game is, if it's playable, if it's entertaining, fun, not stressful, or what problems should I encounter in the game, I always go for Angry Joe. Just get him, Angry Joe. He is the best reviewer ever. And he don't spend 5 minutes. He spent a good half an hour in many cases for one video game. Like he did with Fallout 76. I was like, yes, yes, yes. In the first try, he did 2 out of 10. And it was the epic fail. But he just decided to put just 3 out of 10. But if it wasn't for Angry Joe, I would be so freaking lost and wasting more money on games that actually doesn't have replay value. And sorry that I'm talking too much, but the thing is that gamers have to be very alert when a new video game pops out. Do not buy pre-order, no matter if it's the latest fad. Because when you get that game and you pop it on your console, you're gonna have a big fucking disappointment. Don't blame me, blame yourself for choosing that. Because you know what you need? You need to be careful selecting video games. They have more replay value and they have a minimum amount of microtransactions in the game and minimum DLC. And video games companies have been practicing that for years and they had to stop that. I really, really against microtransactions. I'm really, really against DLC unless they include that in that game. Because that considers fraud. That is a bad practice. Hey, if they want to put a video game for $160, that includes the DLCs. Okay, that's very legal. But $60, and then you spend $30 for an annual pass, or you buy the DLC separately. That's not good. That's not fucking good. I really don't like one freaking bit. This is my rant. I'm always rambling about your gamers because you need the best bang for your buck and a good replay value. You don't need a crappy video game like Fallout 76 just because of fad. Because it was a fad. Everybody was like, wow, Fallout 76, Fallout 76 is good. And I was like, this is the biggest mistake you guys are going to do. Putting that game on multiplayer when it's supposed to be single player. And then they were like, no, it's going to be single player. Yeah, single player without quests, without a background story, without a plot, without decisions like they used to on Fallout series. You have to be freaking joking, right? And there you have it. There you freaking have it. Because this is so wrong in so many levels. And this year came out really good. With Detroit Become Human, with the God of War, with Far Cry 5, we Happy Few, with Destiny, the Forsaken. And then it just ended up like this. This next year, I'm going to say it for the bottom of my heart. This year, the gamers are going to be straight, not straight, straight in money. They're going to think twice before buying a video game, buying a pre-order game. They're going to think twice about what content should they put. I mean, I expected that from EA Games. I expected that for EA Games. But no, it is Bethesda. I'm afraid that next year, this is going to be the end of video games as it is. Just remember Atari, it was like the golden age of video gaming. And then from that, it came out ET, and all hell breaks loose. And everybody was like, fuck this shit. And it was like a quiet pause until Nintendo came in 85. And it was like, wow, the resurgence of video games. If it wasn't for Nintendo, we wouldn't play video games at all. So I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm going to play Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm going to broadcast it. I'm going to broadcast, I think, on Twitch or YouTube for a little bit for fun series. And don't forget to contribute, make a donation. Because basically, I'm here and I'm just chilling. And my throat hurts too. So, another good thing before that, buy the Google Mini. Buy it. Because not only is your personal assistant, it could play music, it could tell you the news, it could tell you the weather, it could tell you which place is closest to go to a restaurant or to go to some other place. $29. I bought the black one. And I can connect it to my other speaker. And it's so awesome. It's like I have a virtual boyfriend in my house. So anyway, this is Honey Deary signing up. Thank you for watching. And we'd love to see you guys later on in a few minutes. Bye bye. Bye bye.